Hey babes, I'm reading to you from my book Swing for 7 nights this week to celebrate the 3rd birthday of its publication. So tonight I'm going to start with chapter 1. It's a short chapter. Hello everyone. It is a short chapter tonight for my book Swing. Chapter 1. Hi, my name is Peter. Pardon me. I raised my voice above the music. Peter, like the first apostle. This was the second strangest thing I'd ever heard in a sex club. Oh, hi, I'm in line. I shook his hand and gestured toward the bathroom. Maybe I'll see you later. I turned to face the front of the line. I wasn't interested in talking to Peter. I needed to pee. Waiting in line to use the bathroom in a fancy New York City sex club is just like waiting to use the bathroom anywhere else. Well, anywhere else that people walk around half naked, and anywhere else that a stilt walker or fire performer may squeeze past you. And anywhere else that you must send in a headshot and a full body photo to get on the guest list. Besides those things, it's like waiting in line for the bathroom anywhere else. I was in a cramped hallway halfway down the long, narrow Manhattan loft that served as the site of the party. The people were beautiful and rich looking. I wondered if I had accidentally entered a casting call for The Bachelor. I shifted my weight back and forth from one stilettoed foot to another. Man, I love these shoes. The door to the women's room swung open. I was inches away from finding relief when a skyscraper of a woman knocked past me, ducked inside, and locked the door. She jumped right in front of you. A British accent cut through the noise. I turned and saw a sexy man with sparkling green eyes. He was outraged on my behalf, and it made him cuter. That's okay. I do really need to pee, though. Another thing that is different about waiting in line for a bathroom at a sex club is that if a sexy man with an accent invites you into the men's room with him out of kindness and concern for you peeing yourself, you may say yes. He introduced himself as Ravi, and we squeezed into the tiny men's room and closed the door. Our tryst was scandalous, even for a sex club. We were pleased with ourselves until we realized there was no toilet, only a urinal hung halfway up the wall. I turned to him. We were invested. There's no going back. I planted the plan in his head. You'll help me? I asked. Of course, he laughed. I hiked up my dress. It was a short dress, therefore a short hike. I propped one foot against the wall and briefly admired my shoes. Damn, I really love these shoes. This was before I had good taste in shoes too. Wrote this 9 years ago. I have much better taste in shoes now. So yeah, doing this in some of those Jimmy Choos. I need to try that up in my closet. All right, maybe that'll be for another night's live. All right. Okay, so I hiked up my dress. Short dress, therefore a short hike. All right. Damn, I really love these shoes. Okay, so I'm in the bathroom with this stranger, right? Ravi, yeah. Sexy British Ravi boosted me up until I was in a spider climb position, one foot against each wall of the tiny bathroom. I felt that American Ninja Warrior contestants might have, in that moment, marveled at my athleticism. Inexplicably, my panties were down, but not awkwardly stretched out. I was at the perfect angle to pee directly into the urinal without splashing and without exposing myself to my new British friend, the stranger I'm in the bathroom with. And there's only a urinal. I need to pee so bad. I'm in a sex club. I really need to pee. I go into the bathroom and there's only a urinal. And this sexy man helps me spider climb against the wall and I'm peeing in that's the first scene in my book. My goodness. I haven't read this for a while. Getting reacquainted with myself. I lived this story 9 years ago, just so you know. Okay. So, remember, my panties are down, but not awkwardly stretched out. I was at the perfect angle to pee directly into the urinal without splashing and without exposing myself to my new British friend. I already considered him a close confidant, partially because I grew up singing God Save the Queen in my Canadian elementary school. True story. And partially because he was my accomplice in this feat of strength, absurdity, and somehow sexiness. Because we had overcome laws of physics, we were both fittingly amused with ourselves. Forget American Ninja Warrior. Maybe this was the origin story of me becoming a superhero. He helped me down from the urinal. I contemplated the square footage of the bathroom. 6? We're in a tiny little bathroom in New York City at this invite-only sex party in Manhattan. Okay. I squeezed against him to get to the sink. He turned to pee and his shoulder pressed against mine as he washed his hands. We stood side by side, staring at each other in the mirror. You are so beautiful. He turned to me. May I kiss you? I was already leaning in. Mm-hmm. Our lips were parted and soft as they met, coming together, then barely apart, then together again, before I slipped my tongue into his mouth, running it lightly across his teeth. My hands traced the curve of his shoulders and up the sides of his neck. He squeezed my butt with both hands, lifting my skirt slightly. Okay, algorithm, let's just keep this on. There's only a few more. This isn't going to get too racy. It's not. We're going to be okay. There are racier chapters later. Where are we? We're continuing to kiss. I reached, squeezed my butt with both hands, lifting my skirt slightly. This is a true story. We laughed softly as we continued to kiss. I reached around the back of his neck and hooked his hair with my fingers. Muffled music vibrated through the bathroom door. Breathless, we parted our lips but kept our bodies close. Wow, that was nice. I smiled. He touched my lips gently. Your lips are chapped. I died. Upon my reincarnation, we exited the bathroom. The club seemed so big and tall and loud. Thanks for your help, I smiled. Bye. Have a good night. Ravi smiled and walked away. I scanned the crowd looking for my husband. It's funny to say the word husband because I don't have one of those anymore. Yeah, that was spoiler. After this, that's for the next book. Get out of the bathroom with the man. I kissed him. I'd be like, that was so hot. He's like, your lips are chapped. I scanned the crowd for my husband and my chapstick. Okay. Long line? Manny asked. I applied the lip balm and told Manny about the stranger, the urinal, and the kissing. He laughed. Ready? I asked, handing him the chapstick. He nodded. I grasped his hand, took a deep breath, and together we walked toward the tangle of naked bodies at the back of the room. All right. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I'm going to be here every night this week to celebrate the 3rd birthday of this little baby Swing. And if you want to come visit the house that Swing built, that's what this is here. This beautiful, extraordinary house that I live in that has been made possible by all of you supporting this book of mine. I am hosting retreats here for anyone who is going through a transition, going from one version of themselves to another, whether you've graduated college or you don't know what's happening next, whether you have just gone through a big period in your marriage, whether you're trying to decide what you want to do with your career path, where if you're trying to decide where you want to live, if you want to set boundaries with family and just become truer to yourself, you know that is the story of Swing, is because me becoming truer to myself and the benefits I had on my marriage. The last few years of our marriage were the very, very best because of that work I've done, and that is why we're able to co-parent now and be a 2-family household, and Manny and I are closer than ever and becoming better friends to each other and better co-parents to our kids every day. So the work I did in this book to become more self-aware and really start taking agency and power in my own life for my happiness in the home, in a professional sphere, in my personal relationships, all of it. Everything has really changed in my life since I lived this book 9 years ago, since I published this story 3 years ago. And yeah, I'm hosting retreats here at the house with the coaching that I've been doing with my athletes and my clients, and the work and study that I've done on my own. So please go. I'll drop the link down here. You can go to my bio. It's Witch Mansion Retreats. That is the name that my friend Katie gave this extraordinary house when I landed here last year. And that's a story for the next book as well. How in the last few chaotic weeks of our marriage, Manny found this house. And so this is where I ended up. All right? I love you guys. Thank you. I will be back again tomorrow night to read another chapter of Swing. If you have not read Swing yet, you can get it at my link in bio. You can get the paperback, or you can get the Audible version, which I narrate. I also want to mention, if you want to support a writer that you love, request your library get the paperback version or the ebook version of their book. As an author, I actually get the highest royalties whenever a library buys the ebook. So that is an awesome way that you can support authors you love. That doesn't cost any money at all. If you go on your local library website, it usually has a little place where you can request a book. And then right there, you can put in the title, Swing, Ashleigh Renard, or whatever author you love who you really want to support. That's a great way to support writers who you love. All right. Thank you, everybody.